so good in here.
So welcome to this episode, everyone. For this one, I have a very exciting adventure to share with you as Leah and I spent a week in the beautiful state of Maine. This was both of our first trips there, and we enjoyed it thoroughly. While we were there throughout the week, we had the pleasure of exploring many of their trails by bike and by foot, and also got to do a couple of touristy things around the town as well. Our trip here was stationed out of the small mountain village of Bethel. What a trip we had. Rather than bore you by talking about it, let's jump right in and show you our first day adventure where we rode the mountain bikes at the Bethel Community Forest. Check this place out. So we packed the car, loaded up the bikes, pulled out of the driveway, and set our destination to Maine. On the way up, we stopped in New York, got some coffee and some snacks, and continued our drive up into Vermont through the Green Mountains, and before you know it, we were surrounded by the White Mountains and crossed over into Maine, where we found our resort. Then it was time to unpack and settle in.
Well, singlet. Roasted in Maine. Arabica blend of Costa Rica and Sumatra. Boastful yet a breath of fresh air with flavor notes of peach, chocolate, cedar, lime, and cocoa.
Oh my goodness. I put all of our clothes in those two drawers. All the cycling stuff is going on the shelf. Yes, I am crazy.
So after unpacking, it was no trouble falling asleep, and when we woke up the next morning, put on the full send blend, and decided what our plans for the first day were. After breakfast, of course. So for our first ride in the area, we decided to head to the Bethel Community Forest. These trails were located just minutes away from our resort, so it was an obvious first pick for us. This system, like many others in the area, you'll see are very new. This one in particular just had construction started in 2019. We started the ride at the lot, headed up the one-way tribute trail, where we intersected this Summit Hill access road, which we took up to the top, hit Phoenix, came down through Ghost, and then Flux, which led us back to Tribute, which we rode that, and then decided what we wanted to do to finish, whether we wanted to repeat anything or not.
Oh yeah.
So your first encounter with this system was pretty neat. Right when you came into the trail, there was a three-way split. There was a one-way trail to the left that took you up, there was a hiking trail in the middle, and then a one-way back down to your right. So it was a kind of nice setup for the start of the system to have no conflicts with users. You had your own trail when you're going uphill, you didn't have to worry about any bikers coming down. When you're coming downhill back to the car, you didn't have to worry about any bikers coming up. And the hikers had their own trail in the middle as well to keep everybody happy. So after you finish coming up that one-way uphill, you come to another hub where you could decide how you want to conduct your route.
What flavor first?
Leah and I chose to take this double track climb up to the top and then come down through all the single track back to this hub.
Up here now, coming around the switchback. Grinding to Phoenix.
That's like Knobles. Oh, dropping Phoenix.
this first trail introduced us to what the majority of this system was going to look like. Smooth, machine-built trail with just about all the rocks moved off to the side. Definitely not what we were used to.
Look at these rocks. Look. Pretty tight. I can hear them jiggling back there.
I don't turn sideways to do this. Like, where's the stuff that I'm supposed to fall over?
All the rocks are gone.
So Phoenix dropped us out at the intersection of Ghost Trail, which was kind of a loop inside of Phoenix Trail itself.
Still living with
Ghost.
your ghost.
This trail is definitely one of our favorites. As the scenes and the forest type changed, it just really made us realize that we were somewhere else.
Some of these rocks on the side of the trail is pretty cool looking. Definitely tell we're not in Kansas anymore. Whoa. Check out this rock here. Look at that thing.
After finishing off a lap on Ghost, you had quite a bit of a grinder to get back up to Flux Trail. Flux Trail was a quick downhill, mainly on a grassy road that took you back to the main hub at the start of the ride. From the hub, we hopped on the main part of Tribute Trail, which is a one-way, and this is going to take us back to the parking lot where there was that downhill-only trail coming in.
Couldn't remember the greatest song in the world. No, this is a tribute.
And albeit being a one-way trail, kind of had in our minds that it was going to be an all downhill. It definitely wasn't. There was about 3 kicker type of climbs mixed in there. But after that first climb, the fun stretches started coming quick. Now I know it's hard to tell with the GoPro footage, but there's definitely some vacation indoor consequence off the right hand side of this. And after the last kicker climb, you come down, roll across the boardwalk, and then Tribute Trail pops you out at that downhill only trail that we looked at the start of the ride.
Coming out of Tribute.
That trail was a surprise. Oh my goodness.
So after finishing Tribute that first time, Leah went back up and did another lap on Tribute itself, and I went back up and completed the same loop that we did a second time. Afterwards, we got changed and headed back into Bethel, where we found a nice roadside barbecue to cap off the ride. So hope you enjoyed that video there. So as you can see, this whole area is so beautiful, and we just started scratching the surface on this first day with the bike ride. We also went out on a nice hike after this, but I'll share that one in the next video, not to make this one too long. As I said in the video, you can see a lot of these trails are newer and are just getting some momentum going in their development as a trail system and as a whole trail community. I bet to see the Bethel community on a lot of mountain bikers' radars very shortly. In the upcoming Maine videos, we'll do some hikes in the White Mountain National Forest. We'll also do some more mountain biking as well. We'll even dip into New Hampshire for a ride, and we'll do some water activities also. So can't wait to share the whole week worth of adventures with you. But until next time, coffee, cycling, take both. We'll see you out there.